Start off, Yasha.
Alright, first up, I want to say Kalala Yawbashim Yashai and double honor store apostles of James, give me stone. Salutations to that came out there pushing this word of sincerity and truth. You know, this is James Kingston. And we're here to do a lesson basically on the topic of frequency and oh that tying with the scriptures in the sense that you know we are other of the same frequency in a sense when I talk about people in the world or people in the world, then you and them not upon the same you and them not share the same energy. Everything I'm gonna start back that over still, you know.
You and them not upon the same pattern, you know. It's like you try get a spiritual box, you know. You have them building blocks that when they come them get it them we have a star and you have a circle and the box, right? And you try to fit them in. Yeah, we and them not really depend on the vibe there because we have different shapes, we have different colors, we can see mix water and oil as you see it in the world, yo. So we just basically want to listen upon that as the Akka say. First piece that.
This time bring so quick. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14. It said, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers, for what fellowship are the righteous with unrighteousness, and what communion are light with darkness, and what concord are Yahushai with Belial, or what part are ye that believe it with an infidel."
Hey, look up the word concord. Someone look up the word concord, right? So hey, the scripture go to I show you. Say yo, two you have, as the scriptures the most I say you make everything one against another, right? So you have certain things on good frequency, you have a righteous frequency, a righteous pattern, and an unrighteous frequency or unrighteous pattern. And you never can ever get the two of them to mesh because it's either one or the other, right? They might either clash, and the dominating the stronger frequency or the most frequent frequency always stronger, right? So you have to be careful of which of them frequency that you want there out. Right now, majority of the world evil because evil frequency more out there. But guess what? Remember the Lord them keep themselves surrounded by the righteous frequency, which is what the scriptures and the things where the scripture are deal with. The way we walk different from them, so we can never ever agree based on the fact say we depend on two different energy or two different vibration or two different frequency, whatever you want class it as, right? Yeah.
Yeah, this is from Merriam-Webster. So let's go straight into full definition. Concord, a state of agreement, harmony.
Exactly. So we now go have the harmony with niggas in the world here because if you look at some harmony, it means that it a flow, it a work together, right? When you don't have harmony, it just chaos, clash, or disorganized, right? You can't get a set pattern, so to speak, right? Well, it have the pattern of chaos, ultimately. The chaos of the frequency, right? What?
Verse 16. It said, "What agreement at the temple of the Most High with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As the Most High had said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their power, and they shall be my people."
Exactly. So the Most High Spirit will in a way it will bring upon the frequency of righteousness when it exalt show certain patterns, like certain patterns of humility, certain patterns of character, certain patterns of faith, right? Certain pattern of brotherly love, right? Them patterns the way we show, right? And the patterns we show have a lot to do with the people or the things that we have around you, Because that shape you, and that you say, oh, the world we live in, it shape you, right? So whatever it is that you have around, whatever it is that you're occupied in, that's going to be the thing will shape you. And that's going to show you what frequency you're upon, what level you're upon, what pattern you display, right?
Yeah, man. Verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, said the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you.
Hey, how we talk?
Yeah, can. So when it mentioned, say, I read about the part there again.
Verse 17. Wherefore, come out from among them, and be ye separate, said the Lord.
Yeah, and the spirit of the Heavenly Father, I separate you. Then I separate you from society. You see me, from people in this world. You see me, that's why the scripture say, you are the temple of the Heavenly Father, and don't you know that the spirit of the Heavenly Father dwell within you, and that spirit of Yahushua will dwell in you. Then it puts you upon a different frequency. It separates you from people, separates you from the world. Then that's why I say, when you come out from among them, or when you Yahushua, when you walk in the spirit of Yahushua, then
Sorry, you change the pattern.
Yeah, you can.
So if you used to walk in a zigzags, you start walking a circle.
Can.
You know?
I start walk straight.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Because the world lean, man. Then the world will go zigzag. Then the world don't know the edge from its foot. Then the world operates, as I mentioned earlier, from a demonic energy. Because another name for frequency, another way you can say frequency is energy.
Fun.
You see me? And the spirit where you possess, you can say the energy where you give off, or the frequency where you give off. Then it show up in your character, show up in your attitude. Then that is the next key right, your attitude. Then one.
You call you.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 13, verse 15. Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind, and a man will cleave to his look. Fellowship hath the wolf with the lamb, so the sinner with the godly. What agreement is there between the hyena and a dog? And what peace between the rich and the poor?
Yeah, them are sure them are those different. The difference then is that both have a different pattern. Then both have a different frequency. One might assure, as we could say it, repeat, like the zigzag. Then I want to travel straight. Then it's just like what we mentioned earlier. If you have a business idea, then the friend, your animal grow from how long, then, and one thing separate you. And just like what we in the show, one thing separate you from niggas who we grew up with for most of our life. Then, when you come in at the show, you them good all along, and you end up at the same page all along. Gonna go party, gonna do everything, play football together. And one thing, once I want to get exposed, and one not believe, them can no longer be friends. And automatically, without even you force yourself from him, all but surely you find out you cut him off and him now mesh.
Hey, just like the way I explain with the magnet them, yo. So it depends on how the magnet then turn. You turn them a certain way, them attract. You turn them a different way. Not care how you try to put them together, them push apart because of two different frequency.
Yeah. So,
right?
The scripture say, all flesh consorted to kind, and a man will cleave to his like. Yahweh say him have a wedding. Then a marriage, him say him have a marriage, and him send men to build others to the marriage. And the word marriage means join together. Because there's a certain frequency that those men at the wedding, including Yahushua, operate on, where if you get bidden, you have to operate on that same frequency. See?
But the scripture show you what happened to the man whenever they're on the same frequency.
Exactly. What happened to him? He get burned. Then he get cast out into outer darkness. The Lord said, what there shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Then, so one, if you know depend on faith, if you don't have the frequency of faith, then the Lord not deal with them, the Lord will burn you up, man. The Lord will destroy you. Then, so you have to have a high, not even say high frequency, but you have to have a frequency to show faith in the Yahweh Hashem Yahushai.
Hey, if you not show a certain pattern, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, all we know is a circle is a circle. The pattern of the shape. You know say a square is a square, the pattern of the shape. So if when you look, we now see certain patterns, right? What the pattern of a human being? A head, hand, walk 1 2 foot, nose, you know, reasoning. So if you have certain patterns, then it don't make no sense. You should say, yo, you're not, because you have somebody who say, yo, all right, boom, them, it's basically Lord says, supposed to say, Lord, because I only for man feel say, yo, them on the same frequency, guess what? Them are some circle, or them are some squares where things say them a circle.
Can.
You know?
Hey, a lot of them are trying to force the pattern, I try to force to have certain pattern. Then a lot of them are pretend to have certain pattern. Then, and what worry, as I said, with not everybody was a large I go end up. Then, so them are pretend to them have certain pattern and them have certain attributes then to them, but it are gonna be proven.
Exactly.
It are gonna be proven if you have such and such pattern where you claim say you have. If you did operate on certain frequency where you claim say you did operate on.
Hey, just like when I said the shape toy where the children them have. Don't care how the box thinks them one box, the circle thinks one box. When they try to put him in the circle spot, him now go fit.
Can.
Because what? The care him think him is a circle, him is just a box.
Right.
So by the time you come here, go see if you want circle or you want square. But I say what frequency they depend on you. Because and trust me, just like a building block, you can turn it into a circle. You chip off the edges and you know, get it to the shape. You can definitely turn to whatever, you know. Or it's easy to turn a spear into a box by, you know, cutting certain sides or whatever.
Yeah.
But you must know if you really go through that and get yourself in the right pattern. And as well as from night, depending on where you surround yourself with. The type of music we listen to, the type of food we eat, the places them where go, the people we're there on. All of them think they're going to show the pattern because of that and that shape you. Right?
Can.
Your brother, Christian.
Yeah, call it.
You want me to finish this or go to the next one?
Finish it.
As the wild ass is the lion's prey in the wilderness, so the rich eat up the poor. As the proud hate humility, so doth the rich abhor the poor.
Yeah, and that show you. So we know the frequency of the proud. The frequency of the proud is hate humility.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The frequency of the rich, they look down for the poor.
Can.
You know, so we know the patterns. The scripture give you the patterns to everything in this life, yo.
Mm-hmm.
When a brother says certain things, because of the frequency, yo, and sometimes you just don't upon certain frequency, you slack off, and the brother have to get you back in. You know, like when you tune a radio, right? You need to power 103.7, and you jump got 8. A brother have to tune you back to get you back on that frequency. So you're on the same chatter, you're on the same line where everything will come true.
Can.
Right? Precept.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
Yeah, I was saying, I was saying, as a reader precept, I say, show me your company. I'm going to tell you who you are. Jane, so you can read about that precept there again.
This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 37, verse 12. But be continually with a godly man, whom thou knowest to keep commandments of the Lord. whose mind is according to thy mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt.
Hey, you hear that say? A man whose mind is unto thy mind.
Mm-hmm.
That's very important, you know, that key.
A man who have the same mindset like you. Then, at the end of the day, then if you and him that are on the same mindset, if you and him have the same mindset, then what benefit it is to you? Then how it benefit you spiritually? If you fall, then if you fall, how him can help you up spiritually? What kind of motivation him can give? Then in terms of even to look towards, in terms of our salvation, in terms of reminding you of a better, of a true hope, then of a true promise, of a promise where the Lord make. What kind of nigga in the world can encourage you in such matter? If he don't know about that energy, if he have that kind of frequency upon him, how him can measure you if he uplift you spiritually. He say, yo, I wish I did promise that. Say, yo, we are going to get out of this, that way. He promised you eternal life. Then, he said them things and it actually happened to it. Then, in order for you to learn and in order for you to become perfect, what kind of nigga out there in the world I can encourage you? Then, spiritually. Then,
Right, exactly. If we get the right mind frame, or if we get that new man to the level where it needs to be. Right? Because at that I think we get up on the frequency of a certain character.
Can.
Quiet. Because Slack, go on.
No, Slack, the only thing a nigga might can tell you is that go smoke some weed and drink it off. Then, which a jar more, I open you, I let you open to demons. Then I let you open to figure further off in the world, man. Then, because if you notice with a lot of these people, with the majority, with the mass majority, they get caught up in one different energy, a different, one different frequency, different from you, and the frequency where they get caught up in have nothing to do with the righteousness. Then, either have to do with idol worship, or if you curse God, curse the Most High, or if you blaspheme against the scriptures. That is the energy that is out there. Then, and this will come from what the so-called white man, the frequency where the so-called white man have upon the people through what? Through television programming and through even the atmosphere. Because the atmosphere we are upon, then where people surrounded by the symbolism. But that channel a certain frequency, we have certain demonic possession from people, man. Because certain people have demons from them. Then symbolism is a key part of Esau programming method, and we're surrounded by symbolism. Then
certain
sounds,
certain colors, right? Even certain words that are used and how them use them, right? All of this, and when they're not reaching your subconscious, it literally alters your spirit, believe it or not. So we are feed with spirit with things that we actually needful of us, yo. Right? So we need to make sure we have the scriptures to deflect some of them frequency there. We need that.
And the strength of other brothers as well.
And the strength of other brothers, as I said, along with even prayer and Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Right.
Because basically the vibration or the frequency of other persons, everybody have a specific frequency them travel by. If you basically surround yourself by niggas, right, who have a negative frequency and you have a positive frequency, at the end of the day, your frequency might get dwindle down to a negative frequency, and that will cause your fall.
Hey, if you ever listen to one radio where it's stuck between two frequency, the station we are going to hear the most are the one we have a stronger frequency. I take time I drown out the other one. If you ever tune a radio, you realize if two frequency, like they're close to each other with two different station, right? That definitely always happen with that way. When I tune it, whatever they to the stronger side or the stronger frequency, always drawn out the other one. right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I see niggas out there with certain frequency, just them always one frequency, the stronger frequency are always drawn out the next one. So you have to be careful on the things we surround, the books we read, or the things that we are research, things that we are get into, the food,
Yeah.
the pattern, the behavior, the things that we are go around you. Because we are not people, have certain people who work with some demons, we attract to certain frequency. And we follow you. So you have to a place where you go and them thing they go on.
And time, then there's time where, for example, this Christmas season, the so-called holiday, then if you notice it have a certain frequency to it, a lot of people get caught up in that easily. And emotion is a certain frequency too. Then and it's an emotion, it's a very emotional time of the year. Then whether people exposed to the information say, yo, it's a pagan holiday, nigga don't care because them get engulfed in that frequency there.
So even though them know say a foolishness, them can't help but do it because the demon possess them, yo, with frequency with
Can. That's why the scripture say, yo, the shield, he said, take in the word of the Yahushua, which is a shield, which is a sword.
Can.
In Ephesians. Then, yeah, right, go on.
This is Ephesians chapter 6, I'm going to start at verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
You see that?
Okay. No.
Right.
Spiritual.
Go further.
Hold on. Spiritual wickedness what? In high places.
Oh, in high places there.
Exactly. So as we say, as I said, the Christmas holiday, and even if you realize like the certain frequency at day different from the frequency at night. And certain time of the year. Right? So as I say with the Christmas thing, even those after the years and years of them do it so frequent over the years. All of them see foolishness, them can't stop because them possess the frequency stronger. This demon that frequency overpower them flesh.
Can where you say a while ago? You say them do it so frequently.
Can.
And what is the meaning of frequency?
Yeah, or often something occur, basically.
Exactly. So them repeatedly doing something that is frequency being generated. See? And because them do it so repeatedly and them wholeheartedly believe in it, if that kind of frequency high and it's strong. So it's hard for them come out. That's why our brother say the brother Require come said it's a miracle why we had this place where we are now get exposed to this truth, because guess what? We were in a deep frequency in terms of worldly frequency, man. We were caught up in the Christmas rush too. Then we used to believe in Easter. Then we used to do the things and with the world I do. We used to operate on the frequency where the world I operate on. But the most I take away out of that and put you on one different frequency, change your pattern. Then and put you on one straight pattern or narrow pattern. You see me? Where you know say the party are gonna lead you to righteousness. Stay another pattern here, see? And you the Lord will, and you might be saved. You see?
Yeah. And think about it too, if you break out a certain patterns too, right? Or out a certain frequency, to heighten up, you have to do certain things like fasting and prayer. To heighten the frequency we want to do and break out a certain frequency. Right? If you have a certain spirit and you have to get your frequency high on certain level, and fasting and prayer definitely do that. Solitude, right? Affliction kind of do that too. Affliction help break because the pain will come with the trauma will come with it, with the pain and discomfort. It depends on such a high level where it actually get through to your subconscious to a certain level where break that spell. Hey, in the cartoon Naruto, you have one thing them called Genjutsu, where basically when they play upon the mind where they make you see illusions and all type of thing. And one of the main way how them get out of one Genjutsu by pain. So if they realize that somebody now want to get used to them, probably like break them finger or stab them or something, so the pain send send adrenaline into the brain to break the illusion of the reality and show them the reality.
Can.
So hey, this is
That is a way. If you use that in the spiritual sense, like without in the scriptures say resist the devil, and then we flee from you. Draw close to Yahushai, and then we draw close to you. Then, and when you draw close to Yahushai, you basically take up the cross. You basically go through European. Then, because Yahushua go through pain, and he must share that pain there with you. Then, you bearing the cross, actually bearing the pain. When Yahushua go through, even though we don't go through, a lot of we now go through it as extreme. Well, isn't it? Yahushua go through it extreme. But just an example for sure, so you have pain and suffering we go through, of keep you in a certain mind frame. Then, keep you unspotted. Then, from getting caught up in worldly things, man.
And a pain and break the illusion.
Exactly, a pain and keep you in a reality. Apostle Gabar mentioned this. Pain, suffering, affliction is basically the time where keep you awake. Then the turn in your side will make you stay awake. Or else with a sleep, the scripture that telling in Luke. Then that says anytime you be overcharged with this faith and drunkenness. This life, man. Unless at any time we asleep. Then we're not on the frequency to sleep right now. We're on the frequency to be on fire. Then, and as I said, frequency means energy. Energy, when you talk about energy, it is fire.
Hey, and the more frequent we put out these breakdowns and the more frequent we do these lessons, the best, the easier things, we're not easier, but the stronger the frequency get you. As I said, the truth will go there. Right? So the more frequent we do this and the more frequent we push out the video, the higher the frequency of your Yahushua basically you get stronger and stronger and stronger, yo. And the higher in frequency, just like the magnet, if you have two magnets, they put like two opposite sides of the room. Once you heighten them frequency and turn them to a certain direction, turn them in the direction of each other, or get them within the range where the two frequencies them connect and them supposed to attract. There's nothing to do to stop them from attract you.
And before of course, the same precept I would read earlier, walk in the spirit, then that he fulfill not the lust that he fulfill not the lust of the flesh. Then walk in the spirit thing that it's serious, man, because it keep your mind in the truth. It keep your mind. Basically, it activates the antivirus there. Then where any little thing we're outside of the body, outside of the circle, you have a resistance. It automatically you resist it. Once you're walking in the spirit, then any other negative energy or vibration will come close to that, it reacts. For sure, if it acts up and says stay away from that, then if you are going at certain things with your guard up, then you know how to approach certain things, you know how to avoid. Then
one thing about every frequency of a channel, meaning a direction. So if you don't miss out on the frequency, stay tuned in. But Esau says tune into this, tune into that. So you have to stay tuned in on the frequency or on the station here to get all of the information and never have the out of the loop. Right? And I say I'll get everything as it regards to your Yahushua and the character we have to have and stay in the spirit. Staying tuned in means if you know say your Yahushua upon the frequency of 103.5, stay for 103.5.
Yeah man. 0.5. Yeah. No 0.6, no 0.4, 0.5.
Can. So when you start go to 4, you're gonna get like a pain to tune in back to go for 5. If you go 6, you have to tune in back, right, and use pain to get you back in line. You know, so you stay within the channel. Once you go up on the frequency, then you're not gonna know what one for challenge there. You just go fade out. So till you start drift far and far away, the frequency you get low and low and low. So till you die out.
So like as I said, you're not gonna go on the channel if you tune out from that frequency, because the reason being, for example, like the times ahead, the times will come. You're not gonna know what hit you. See, because it catch you as a thief in the night, as the scripture say, oh, because you're asleep. And the scripture say, oh, we are not of them that sleep. See? In Thessalonians. See? When you say, if you can repeat that precept there, I don't remember it exactly word for word. See? Or you can get it.
And one of the and one of the way how we actually stay tuned in is by staying among brother. Even if you not get to watch videos as often, I think that's why you stay tuned in that spirit by staying close to brothers and always staying in touch with brothers also, you can know exactly what I want. Do your videos, them stay in tune, read the scriptures, and just maintain you. Just take your time and maintain as you go. Right? You know precept matter?
No.
Repeat. Quote the precept again. We have what?
Thessalonians, they say, we are not of them that sleep.
Thessalonians 5.
Yeah, correct. You have one.
Oh, all right. Yeah, read one we have.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24. And let us consider one another to provoke unto love and to good works, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together,
That's
as
how
the
you
manner.
That's how you stay tuned into the spirit, yo. Once you do that, you can never fail. Continue.
As the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as ye see the day approaching.
Exactly. So the more you see the day approaching, the more you stay tuned in. Stay upon the channel, stay upon the frequency, yo. Stay upon the frequency. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to by the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, starting from Elder Apostle Tower coming down, and all the members coming down here where teachers who are not sincerity and truth. Stay tuned into the frequency, right? One spirit, one body, one everything. Stay in line with the spirit, yo, and just push on to the end, yo. Once you stay tuned in on your own brothers, the Lord will keep you. But if you go out there by your own self, whatever frequency will catch you out there, and you start to drift out and die out, you're on your own, yo. So stay tuned. Don't get caught up in your woman. Don't get caught up in the world. Stay tuned in to the scriptures and the brothers, yo.
John.
Right? So we have what less than a minute left. Right? So I'll try find a way we can do this more often. And once again, we want to say all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. We honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And shalom to the brothers in the highways and byways pushing this word now, sincerity and truth. The sisters, believers, the helps. Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom.